The girl accidentally tripped and fell, but for the cells inside her body, it was nothing short of a catastrophe. Though it was only a scrape, the impact tore a massive hole in the skin tissue. Fortunately, the body reacted swiftly. A repair team carrying toolkits the platelets arrived on the scene just in time. They gathered rapidly around the wound, binding together and weaving fibrin strands to form a solid blood clot over the injured area. Next, white blood cells and red blood cells joined the fray to help reinforce the coagulation layer. A newly promoted red blood cell, Lisa, was suddenly pushed forward and crashed right into the arms of a white blood cell. She tried to break free in embarrassment but found herself stuck. They had to maintain this position until the wound healed. However, not long after, the girl felt her forehead burning. She had a fever. White blood cell 6 received the signal immediately and engaged in a fierce battle with mutated viruses. Killer T cells in the cold, calculated NK cells also took the field, sweeping the viruses away. But as the viral threat subsided, white blood cell 6 sensed something wrong. Healthy cells that were supposed to multiply were decreasing, and the bruises on the girl's legs refused to fade. Finally, on her way to school, the girl's vision went dark, and she collapsed. She was diagnosed with leukemia. In the microscopic world, a total cataclysm was unfolding. The once adorable hematopoietic cells had undergone a terrifying mutation, turning into cell killers that frantically devoured their own comrades. Since the blood-forming function had nearly ground to a halt, the girl's body began to decay rapidly. Countless white and red blood cells fell in droves. The virus-fighting trio fought a bitter battle, but the entire world was already in ruins. White blood cell 6 decided to head for the final sanctuary, the bone marrow hematopoiesis base. If that place fell, their entire world would be utterly destroyed. In a desperate situation with almost no oxygen supply, he was overwhelmed by the sheer numbers of the cancer cells. At the critical moment, the red blood cell Lisa arrived, carrying an oxygen tank on her back. With his combat power restored, Six told Lisa to leave first while he stood alone against the powerful mutated cells. However, he was no match for them and eventually collapsed. Just as the mutated cell was about to kill the last red blood cell, Six used his unique leukocyte ability to burst through the blood vessel wall instantly, delivering a lethal blow that cut the mutated cell down. By now, however, the bone marrow was a wasteland, and Six had reached the end of his rope. He pushed away the oxygen Lisa offered, signaling her to save the vital organs first, before quietly collapsing at the entrance of the bone marrow. There were too many damaged organs, and Lisa couldn't save them all. As she wailed in despair, a divine light descended. The bone marrow transplant had begun. Countless little angels known as donor stem cells appeared among the ruins. One picked up a red hat from the ground, comforting the souls who had fought so hard. New cells would begin to grow from this place once more. A year later, the once empty blood vessels were again crowded with red blood cells delivering oxygen. The girl had fully recovered.